There's been a lot happening in Hollywood this past week, so let's get to it.
Yes, from The Bachelor to a Maybach to new engagements, we have it all. This is The Blurb. It's almost spring break, kids. I'm Erin Keller.
And I'm Gianna. Welcome back to the show. We're just going to be honest, we didn't have a show last week because we were watching The Bachelor finale. So we have a lot to catch up on. Here we go.
In classic Blurb fashion, we thought it would only be right if we started the show off with the biggest topic, The Bachelor. In the thrilling season finale of The Bachelorette, we got to see Colton chase after Cassie and beg her to give their relationship another chance. Cassie left the week before and said she didn't think she could ever get there with Colton. But when Colton came for her, she changed her mind. Cassie and Colton are now dating and heading towards getting engaged. Many were surprised by the news of them actually making it, but people are wishing them good luck. After the final rose was given to Cassie, Chris Harrison announced that the new Bachelorette is Hannah B. Hannah was known on Colton's season for having issues with Kaylin, who was also considered for the position. Hannah is the former Miss Alabama and is 24 years old. Many were surprised by Hannah receiving the spot when she wasn't a fan favorite. But Hannah is excited to try and find love in the season airing in May.
Oh, this is the greatest show. In other relationship news, Zac Efron is officially in the dating scene again. Maybe. Although the two have yet to confirm anything, Olympic medalist Sarah Bro and High School Musical legend Zac Efron are suspected to be dating. At the beginning of March, the two were first seen together at a Los Angeles Kings hockey game, which, yes, could have been coincidental, but in recent Instagram pic, Bro posted a bouquet of flowers followed by a pink heart emoji. Sounds like he's a lucky one. Love don't cost a thing except an engagement. After 2 years of dating longtime boyfriend Alex Rodriguez, Jennifer Lopez is settling down and happier than ever. The two are reportedly very happy and are currently on vacation to celebrate the engagement. The announcement came via Instagram from both J-Lo and Alex, both of whom seemed overjoyed to share the news. Congrats to the happy couple.
And I just gotta say, I love that rock that she got. Newlywed Priyanka Chopra Jonas woke up to a lovely surprise this past week. Priyanka woke up to her hubby giving her a set of keys to a new Maybach. Nick says he got her the new ride because she is so excited, because she is his #1 supporter. Priyanka continues to support the Jonas Brothers and Nick on social media.
On a sadder note, The View co-host Rosie O'Donnell has come out recently about her dark past. Rosie decided to open up in a new book that she wrote called Ladies Who Punch. Rosie stated in her new book that she was sexually abused by her father as a child. She then went on to say in another interview that even though she had a bad past, she doesn't believe all men are predators. I'm sorry, Kent students, but if you're going to Flash Fest, this might ruin your plans. Rapper Soulja Boy was arrested this past Friday. He was caught with armed weapons while he still was on his 5-year parole. The judge told the rapper that he cannot be caught with any weapons. As for the status on the concert coming up in April, we'll keep you updated.
YouTuber Shane Dawson was trending on Twitter this past weekend after an old podcast leaked of him saying he has had sexual relationships with his cat. Shane quickly wrote an apology and said that it was just a stupid joke, but fans aren't having it. Dawson was also accused of pedophilia and racism not too long ago, and people have not seemed to forget that. This scandal seemed to tip the scale for many of Dawson's fans. In other news, That's So Raven star Kyle Massey is in the news this week for being caught sending nudes to a minor. Massey was caught sending explicit photos to a 13-year-old. Massey is being tried for harmful manner, attempting to commit a lewd act with a minor, emotional distress, and harassing a minor. The victim, who remains nameless, stated that she met Massey when she was just 4 years old, and he kept up with her life ever since. Kyle is being sued for $1.5 million.
A grand jury in Chicago has officially indicted Jussie Smollett on 16 felony counts for lying to police and filing a false police report. Smollett was initially arrested in February and charged with felony disorderly conduct, but prosecutors decided to up the charges to 64 years in prison because Smollett allegedly lied to police on 2 separate occasions. Following the arrest, Smollett has since been cut from the final episodes of Empire's 5th season. Last Wednesday, March 13th, Louis Tomlinson's little sister, Felicitia Tomlinson, sadly died. It's suspected that she passed due to a heart attack, but the cause is currently unknown. The 18-year-old Instagram influencer and model died very suddenly and was pronounced dead when emergency responders appeared on the scene. Louis recently released a song on his mother's passing from leukemia in 2016, but has yet to make a statement on his sister's passing. Rest in peace.
Paris Jackson is being very vocal after a report came out last Saturday that she had been hospitalized after a suicide attempt. It has since come out that Paris had the incident that required medical attention that morning and was resting at home and doing well. However, no suicide attempt occurred and she was seen outside later that same day. Paris, very upset over the lies, took to her Instagram story saying, "F you, I'm chilling like Bob Dylan." She also later wrote that she is the happiest and healthiest she's been in a long time. When we come back, we'll be spilling the tea on all this Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman college scandal stuff. You won't want to miss it.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
And then from this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy, and giving up impossible.
And then we're going to turn the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
Finally won.
What's your reaction? Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
This is their world.
There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back. Now, all of us here at the Blurb spent months preparing and testing and saving to get into a good college, but it's now been discovered that dozens of celebrities use their privileges to pay their kids' way into prestigious schools. We have the lowdown on the biggest college admission scandal in history. Now, Lori Loughlin, who was Aunt Becky on Full House and Fuller House, and Felicity Huffman of Desperate Housewives fame are among dozens of people that are charged for bribing their kids' way into schools like USC, Stanford, and Yale.
I honestly could not believe it. And come on, Aunt Becky, out of everyone, Aunt Becky.
She seems so nice and unassuming.
Oh yeah.
But
the man behind it all, his name is William Rick Singer. He ran the ring, he controlled the money, he falsified records and scores. He even paid people to take the SAT and ACTs for these students, and he also bribed the admissions officers.
now, in the case of Lori Loughlin's children, Olivia Jade, her daughter, her oldest daughter, who's a YouTuber, what this man did was pose her daughter as a crew recruit. So like the rowing team, he took pictures of her practicing, and they spent, it's said to say like $500,000
$500,000
falsifying SAT scores, falsifying they paid someone to fill out her application. She didn't do anything except get into the school. And she posted a YouTube video a while back where she said, oh, I hate school. I just want to go for the experience, to go to parties and
stuff. Football games. So that was definitely annoying to see. Lori was, though, dropped from all of her Hallmark contributions. She's not going to be on the last season of Fuller House, which is pretty sad because I like Fuller House. But whatever, Aunt Becky. Olivia is also losing her brand deals, and she is going to be dropping out from USC. I heard that it's because she's worried about bullying. So I definitely think that's a lot.
Yeah, she had a palette, I think it was a highlighter palette at Sephora, and they removed that from the website. She had a bunch, like through her YouTube career, she would have sponsorships and do collaborations with people, and a lot of people are saying they don't want to affiliate with her anymore.
And they took all of it down. She is completely 100% off the grid from any of her.
Nothing on social media, nothing on Instagram, nothing on YouTube, nothing on Twitter, Snapchat.
They all lost all of their supporters as well, and that's one of the things that's kind of like a little bit controversial for me, because all these women are losing. These women are losing all their contributions, all the stuff that they have worked so hard for. I mean, whether we're going to talk about paying money, they are working to do this stuff. And you kind of think about like the rappers that are being accused for all these things but still being glorified.
Exactly.
And keeping these record deals and keeping their jobs. So that's a big thing for me as well that I take into account. I want to know what's happening with that.
It's a very difficult situation. Now, both of them they had $1 million bond. Both of them have posted that bond, and now they're waiting to go to court to figure out what's going to happen. Nobody really knows the specifics of the charges yet. We'll elaborate more once those come out, but I don't know where I stand on this. I agree with you that these women have worked for their pay. Like Lori Loughlin was an actress. They had their own careers, but I just don't understand. You can get an SAT tutor. And if your kid doesn't get into as good a school as you wanted them to, like your kid's still going to college.
Maddie.
She has like nearly 2 million subscribers on YouTube. She has stuff in Sephora. Like I got into college, but I don't have stuff in Sephora. Like your daughter's doing very well for herself. Why did you falsify these things?
And you gotta think about the kids that are being taken away from these opportunities, the kids that are actually putting in the work. But I want to get your take, Maddie, really quick. How do you feel about, how much outrage they've gotten compared to what we're seeing with, let's say male artists or male actors in the industry? How do you think them losing all their brands and everything that they've ever worked for, do you think that's fair?
I think that I would say that the backlash they're receiving is not good, but it's justified. But I think that it is a double standard that females in Hollywood are sometimes looked down upon. That's a problem that females in any facet of life have, and
Absolutely.
The fact that these men aren't being persecuted like these women are, it's definitely.
Well, stay tuned, you guys. When we come back, we'll have Shelby, Caroline, Maddie, and myself. We'll recap all things iHeartRadio Awards fashion. Don't go anywhere.
Can we get strawberries? Okay.
Things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Welcome back, everyone. As we've done for the Grammys, we only felt it would be appropriate to rate the fashion once again, but this time for the iHeartRadio Awards.
Yes, we are joined by our reporter Shelby to help us out, so let's get right into it. First up, we have Taylor Swift. Now, I swear that I saw some variation of this outfit at Target, like a skirt with those iridescent sequins. I know that iridescent things are in right now, but
it's a no for me. It's gonna be a no for me, dog. Absolutely.
That just doesn't look like something to wear to an awards show.
Also no for me because it kind of looks like I would wear this at like an 8th grade party, like backyard party.
Oh
you know
my
what I'm saying?
Okay, but let's talk about this, you guys. This is definitely a new type of look for Taylor. We're not used to seeing Taylor with these, you know, loud, short, you know, open blouse type of look. So good for her for opening up with that type of stuff, but I definitely was not feeling
a lot of
this
people
look,
think
that
that that's foreshadowing an album. Like, she's been posting about butterflies and stuff, and iridescence is like a thing that butterflies.
So maybe she's gonna leave that little dark era and get into something a little bit
brightening it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll see.
All right, so we got Casey Musgraves next.
I like it.
I like it. I mean, it's definitely different. I mean,
it kind of reminds me of like a disco.
I'm mixed about it. I'm mixed about it. That's what I'll say. I'm mixed about it. She has wonderful legs. She has wonderful legs.
Looks good. I didn't like. She wore some really crazy things some word season.
She takes a lot of risks.
Yeah, she does take a lot of risks.
She does. She's a good artist too. She's a great artist.
She's incredible.
I do love her
commend
music.
her for not being afraid to wear what she wants to wear.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say like a 7 or an 8.
I'd say 6 or 7, yeah. Not my favorite fit of the night by far, but
she's also doing
good.
like a natural look, so I like that. All right,
I'm not gonna be mad at it.
Let's go next to Maren Morris.
Now, this is something that I dig.
This is a lot of color, but a little bit too much of a pattern for me. I'm not that crazy about it. I actually kind of like Casey's more than this.
I like Casey's more. This kind of reminds me of a circus clown. In a bit, like not in a bad way. Like I like it, but it's kind of like circus.
I like it. My mom always says patterns make her like crazy, so she probably is looking at this and like getting freaked out. But I think it's
all right. Yeah. It's all right. All right, Halsey. Halsey's next.
Oh, I have a lot to say. First of all, she looks like
I love it.
She looks like a waiter.
She looks like she's going to ask me about how much Parmesan I want on it.
Yeah, that's what there's all those memes always of like at the Oscars, like Lady Gaga saw Rami Malek and thought he was the waiter. Like
there's
if I saw Halsey, I'd be
wrong with Olive Garden waiters or if how much Parmesan cheese we want on our salads. Yeah. But I'm into this like little pantsuit look. I think it's cool. Like it's cute. Scrooge under norms. Yeah. Honestly, work it. I think she looks great. I like it. I like it. Her makeup looks beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
We're bullying her, but who's it though?
Heidi Klum.
This is Katy Perry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Katy.
This is actually Katy Perry in Zed. Oh, Katy, honey.
Is that a wig, Katy?
Oh, Katy,
I mean, gingham is like in.
Ever since she cut her hair and
that
dyed it blonde,
plastic
she went down
around it?
I thought it was a wig.
No, I'm talking about her dress. Is that plastic?
It might
like
be.
It looks like truly like a tablecloth.
I'm Middle Eastern, so like we cover like our like dining tables with like that type of plastic. So that is definitely a no for me, Katie.
I love Zed's look. Like I'm not sure if like he pulls it off because Harry Styles pulls it off so much better. But I love like when guys take the risk of like not wearing a simple like black or navy suit.
He's bargain Harry Styles.
Really quick, you guys. Last one, Billie Eilish. Let's see.
We might be having some. Oh no, there she is. Pop up. Billie, queen.
Really no.
Oh.
What's going on?
So this is what I said when I saw it. It's like gothic meets like anime chic.
She's wearing Osiris's.
Oh no!
Yes, she is.
Boys would wear those in 7th grade and stomp around without, like, they would leave the laces open.
She's so bad.
No.
I'm not crazy about this look.
It makes her look very short. It does nothing for her like body type or anything.
No, not my favorite look of the night either, but
unfortunately,
she's also
you guys,
artist.
that's all that we have.
Well, don't leave just yet. When we get back, we'll have Gianna, Shelby, Aaron, and a special appearance from Aaron's twin sister, Holly, in a Bachelor discussion and a game of Bachelor Tinder Swipe. You won't want to miss it.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. Already posted it.
Welcome back. I'm here with my identical twin sister Holly, Gianna, and Shelby. Now Holly's a super fan of The Bachelor, as am I, as is everybody here. The Bachelor left many people on the edge of their seats this season and even led to some of us jumping over a fence. After almost being declared the first Bachelor to never find love on the show, it took quite a turn and that all got better. So let's all break it down, all right?
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's first go around. How do you feel about Cassie ending up with Colton?
I mean, I initially liked her at the beginning, but then as like the season went on, I wasn't like a huge fan of her, but I understand where she was coming from. Like I understand that like you have that specific time frame and like he's talking to other girls and like you're not gonna get what you fully want from it. So I understand that.
Yeah, especially because since it is a TV show, there's more pressure on it too. It's not like what's the word? Like a mutual thing, not mutual, but like a easily fallen into things. Does that make sense? I can't think of the word, but you know what I'm saying? It's more forced than it is natural
I guess,
thing.
so if you haven't watched the show, let's take it from the top real fast, just so you know what we're talking about. So Colton had 3 ladies left, Tayshia, Hannah G, and Cassie. And then he basically told Cassie, like, you're the one for me, sent other girls home, and Cassie was like, no, like, I don't think I'm ready for it.
I just got mad when Cassie was like, it's not just that I don't love you, it's that I don't know if I love the idea of a relationship. Literally,
Hello?
You're on The Bachelor. There is one point of The Bachelor, and it's to get engaged.
Right.
It's to be in a relationship.
You signed up for it.
In that moment, she kind of confirmed all the speculation from the other girls telling Colton that she wasn't in this for the right reasons or she wasn't ready and things like that. And it's like, why did we just find that out in the last episode of the entire season?
And all the girls were right.
They were.
Everyone's like, stop spreading lies. And Cassie included was like, stop lying to me about things that aren't, or stop lying to Colton about things that aren't true about me.
And they
were. And then she confirmed it.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Big digger away.
Get out of here.
Swipe left.
Swipe left. We'll get to that in a second, Shelbs. But let's talk about Hannah B as the next Bachelorette. Holly, I want you to tell the people how upset I was.
I have a video, and I wish we could have shown it, but Erin was wearing a hoodie, and she literally put her hoodie over her face and was like, no! Hannah B, you mentioned earlier, I think, she's not a fan favorite.
No.
So it's kind of a shock for the Bachelor franchise to pick her.
She's kind of strange.
She's just like, if you watch the season, she had a one-on-one with Colton, and she literally could not form words.
No.
Like, she was like,
she's so
and
awkward.
I was like,
she's just an awkward girl.
I was like,
she's a
how
very
am I
awkward
supposed
girl.
to watch that? Like, that's not entertaining. That makes me cringe the entire time.
Yeah.
And I get they're saying that, you know, she is kind of awkward, quirky, they're calling it.
Yeah.
No, I think we've seen quirky before.
We have.
We've seen Tia. We saw the shark from Ari's season. Alexis.
Loved her.
Who was beautiful and got bad airtime because she was awesome. She was on Paradise and such. But, I mean, I don't think I mean, we can't have the Corinne of the season. We can't have someone like Demi be the Bachelorette,
right.
but we can't have someone with some personality.
If it was Demi was like kind of the villain,
Demi.
kind of like
Yeah,
the cause
Demi.
controversy
Woo.
and chaos.
It would have been entertaining, but it would have been a mess.
It would have been,
a
it would have
mess.
been more of a MTV reality show than an ABC reality
Yeah.
show.
All right, guys, I just gotta say, but we're just moving on. We're saying thank you next to this.
Yeah.
Bring out your roses. We have roses.
Here we go.
Okay, earlier this season, we played a game of Tinder on the show by swiping right or left on celebrities. But in celebration of the dramatic 23rd season finale of The Bachelor, we thought it would be only fitting if we did the same for the male contenders of the new Bachelorette coming out this May. But rather than Tinder, we'll each be giving them a rose to send them on their way.
Perfect.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
I'm ready.
So these are the guys that it released on the Bachelorette's Facebook for Hannah B, okay? So we have Ben G.
Cute. He's cute.
I've said this before. He kind of looks like the Cheshire Cat.
Is that a good thing or bad thing?
It's not a bad thing.
Do you mean the eyes? Is that what?
In the smile, I feel like the smile is kind of like.
Yeah.
It's a little creep. It's a little creepy. I
The
won't
eyes
lie
are
to
what
you.
pulled me
There's
in.
a little creepish
Yeah,
to it.
definitely the eyes.
He has all his teeth.
Yeah. At least
That's
they're all there.
important. So,
Thank
guys,
God for that, huh?
Yay or nay to the rose?
I'll give him one.
I'll give him a
Yeah.
rose.
Nah.
There could be worse.
Oh, wow.
There could be worse.
For sure.
All right, 50-50 on that one. What do we think about Connor S?
I think he's cute.
He's
I
cute.
just- I just
He's
don't like his
dateable.
haircut.
He's definitely dateable. I'll give him a rose.
I'm, again, not really impressed.
It's kind of a chiseled jawline, which is always, it does it for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Rose,
Yeah.
he won't
Rose.
stay forever, but first night,
Meh.
good
All right,
filler.
next
Yeah.
we have Luke P, which I think some of us are excited about.
He's wearing a Ralph Lauren polo, so he has style points. I like the bracelet.
What? On the like when Hannah B came on the live show, he had a suit jacket on, but he wore jeans with it.
You won't let it go, will you?
You do not. I'm not gonna let it go. You do not wear a suit jacket with jeans.
Get you a guy who can do both.
Yeah,
right,
honestly,
but
he was showing his personality.
No.
If that's what you guys think, but we'll just have to wait until the actual season airing on May 13th to find out what happens and who she picks. But thanks for tuning in. That's all we have for tonight.
And be sure to follow our social media at TV2 The Blurb and tune in when we come back after spring break.
It's with a heavy heart that we end this episode with some devastating news. One of Kent State's own, Ian Minnick, passed away last night. Ian was a part of TV2 behind the scenes when he wasn't playing in his band Chill. The up-and-coming band appeared on the show 2 times last year and have worked with Ryan Dawson of All Time Low. Ian was a Chill guy himself, and it was nice to everyone, so this news is very sad for us to report tonight. We send our thoughts out to Ian's friends, fans, and family.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So. I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.